Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Yi. I'm in finance. Like, kind of odd to be here. But actually, whatever we do, we need money. And the money comes from different sources and in different ways. Now, I try to explain what we can do with my background in finance, how to get more money to prepare the advancement of various social and environmental issues. Okay, as we know, funding options for public issues can go from the left, very traditional way of giving money, and then moving to the right until we do donations. However, in the middle, there's a big gap. The gap is whether we can do from traditional, moving to be responsible, sustainable, then impact investing. Talking about the term impact, we have two S for you, for people who are not so familiar with. So the first S is sustainable. We need to do things that will last long and strong. And then the second S is scalable. We want it to grow and we want to replicate everything and we want to expand the coverage in terms of geographical locations, different group of people, etc. So those two S's will be essential for our sharing from now on. And impact investing is that we can use different means to do impact. First thing is that we want to identify the organizations doing a very good job in each and every of their specific area. There could be people doing social issues, could be environmental, could be for dropout students from high school, could be for young kids, could be for youth employment, could be for elderly care. And that is very important because each of the specific issue I mentioned will require very devoted, dedicated effort. And with each of their expertise, it's usually taking people 5, 10, or even more years to be very good, very experienced, and deliver very good performance in the area they do. So it's not easy. However, we don't expect people to start from scratch. I want to do some youth employment. I want to do some elderly care. It doesn't work at all. So I'll first identify the good organizations, good group of people doing that. And then what? We like to give them money, give them human capital, give them technology, and etc. So that's the way we will focus on impact investing and moving forward. Impact first investing, we would like to identify a good source of money that be dedicated in this specific issue. And then venture, philanthropy, and donations. So as you can see, that there are 4 major participants in the loop. First one, starting from investors. Why they want to give money to what we care, we are concerned about. That's because we have a very philanthropic heart. We are heart-touching to devote our effort and money particularly to each of the issues we are concerned about. And we need people to do things. So that's the service provider. As I explained earlier, we want to identify the good performance. And then the service recipients. When we have successful results, the government will be the end payer. That's the usual way, going without the investors from the private. However, here for talking about social impact bond, we'll do 3 concepts. First one, they pay for success. In the past, we do a lot of projects. government is giving the money. However, they look at the KPIs. KPI doesn't guarantee success. But right now, in order to attract private money into this game, we want the private investors. They are mostly project success driven. We want to see good results. That's why pay for success is the top one priority. And it's not easy. Whenever we do something, what is the definition of success? We need to ask this. For example, what is the success if we talked about youth employment? What is the success if we talk about elderly long-term care? What is success when we talked about environmental or forest protection? What is that definition? When we have that definition, it's usually in one sentence, not to make it very rhetoric, not too lengthy statement. One short, clear definition of success. That's the key. If we get this success, then we can have a good communication among this group of people. Everybody agrees on what is success. Then move together toward that goal. Second one is private-public partnership. In the past, the government is driving everything. However, the private sector is very experienced in doing all different kinds of work. Now, we like this two to work together. The private money comes first. Do the work, hire the organizations doing good job. Then deliver service, and if proven successful, then the government will be the end payer paying out at the end. And third, multi-stakeholders partnership. Here, the service providers, they are not doing the work all alone. Whenever necessary, they will invite the consultants, outside helps to participate, to join force into the process. That is the number. 2023 issuance of social linked bonds. That is bond. We have a very big number, 36 billion USD. And SIB, the social impact bond, accounts for 500 million. That is substantially lower because that's the first launch of SIB in the UK in 2010, about 13 years ago. Now, years pass. We have currently 253 SIBs in 40 countries, covering many different issues, including social and environmental. Now, we have different names for the PFS, Pay for Success. The most traditional, the original one, works like this. The investors, they pay first, and they hire the service providers, and there will be beneficiary. When the success that is set up upfront is reached, then the government, the end payer, will pay the money. So private pay first, people do the work, then public, the government will pay at the end. That is a reverse of the process we all know. And the important thing is there will be an intermediary. We need people to be in the center, like a project manager, something like that, to drive this thing along. Now, the next model comes from the very original one. That is the social impact guarantee. This being seen in Singapore, there's a team of people that's tri-sector. They do it differently because for some of the government or public sector, they are not used to pay at the end. They will say, there are many considerations. What if my party doesn't win. My promise may not be realized, and many different other considerations. So the public, the government will pay upfront. And what if the success wasn't reached? Then the guarantor, the people originally said, I would devote my money and time into this project. They will provide guarantee if it is not successful. So this goes other way around. And that's a very good innovation as we see it. And then the third type is social impact amplifier, because for this type of project to run, it usually will have high overhead. It takes a lot of time, and the negotiation and the contracting. Other than this, there are still other hurdles to overcome. So therefore, we need, as long as there's one successful project, then why don't we run the second run, do the third, etc. So that is why the name amplifier. So in this way, we have SIB, SIG, SIA, and on top of this, there's SIF, a fund. The fund sole purpose is to give money to various SIB, SIA, etc. So with this kind of innovation, it is better connect the social money. There's a huge amount of private money. And there are people with good heart, they want to devote their money into solving social and environmental issues altogether. Therefore, a good partnership between the private and partner and the public is achieved. And what can we do? Think about this. We have different issues, and we have very different technology background. I've been promoting this, guess how many years? 9 years. And we are still here without one single project of SIB in Taiwan. So I think I better switch track, come to you guys. And probably we together can achieve something much better, much quicker, and with high impact. That's why you see a very strange guy coming, standing in front of you, talking about this kind of stuff. So, you are more familiar with the procedures. It comes from one. What issue we are concerned about? What issue? So we can do all kinds of things to come up with good issues. That is one. Second, then we can have a good definition, a clear goal to achieve. That's success. If we define nicely success, then we probably can get good amount of money. The amount of money we're talking about will range from the community-based, that is small amount of money, like 300,000-500,000. That is okay, USD. Or sometimes, if we want a bigger, much bigger project, then we are talking about 300-500 million USD. That's a wider coverage. So either way, it's a small amount of money or bigger community or a wider range of people, we can all use either SIB or community-based IB. And we also have the smart SIB, tokenizing SIB, and this is with higher divisibility for splitting complex contracts into smaller ones. And you are a much better expert than I am in covering this kind of things. So at the end, What I'm saying is that we should join force and try to make things happen, either for social or for environmental. Whatever issue people are concerned about, let us know. And then we'll define success and then get the money with transparency, decentralized, and tractable features to make the world a better place. Thank you.